prefers whites.
Yes, that would be me.
Apparently.
The whole freaking nation to be white. How about that?
That's lovely, lady.
Yes.
You know that's never going to happen, right?
Oh, it's going to happen. You're going to be a white dog. Trust me.
So all I was doing was asking you if you mind if I could sit in this chair right here. Out of courtesy, because you are reading papers. But you prefer white people, not me. Definitely. So this lady's telling me that she doesn't want me to sit next to her because I'm not white.
Shalom, family trendsetter. Real quick, I just wanted to piggyback on that video that we just watched, showing when that Neanderthal troglodyte mutant pretty much exhibiting her white supremacist, racist overtone. But what struck me most is that the individual that was actually recording, she appears to be Caucasian as well. Now, I could be wrong about it, but she does look Caucasian to me. But it could be quite possibly because this individual that was recording have more melanin, in her skin complexion. So this is probably why this mutant decided she didn't want her sitting beside her, because she felt like she wasn't one of them. So I'm making this video as a form of awareness. We have to be very vigilant when we out and about amongst these devils. They work amongst us. They live amongst us. We have to not necessarily socialize with them, but we have to, be amongst them when we go to the supermarket and movie theater, whatever. These devils have a perpetual hatred towards this family because, number one, they're not 100% human. You have white people, so-called white people, making videos about so-called white people not being 100% human. You know what I'm saying? They're calling them the serpent seed. The serpent, what is it? The seed of Cain. So if they can make videos about themselves, indicating who's not human from who's human, that means we have non-human walk amongst us. So we have to be very, very vigilant. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention the fact that they're dying out. They're a dying breed. You have the opioid epidemic, heroin, fentanyl. These devils are committing suicide because our ancestors is coming hard on their asses, haunting their dumb asses. And that's why a lot of them are killing themselves. All praise be to the Most High. I hate to see black YouTubers making videos about them committing suicide and, saying, oh, my God, and feeling some type of way towards them. And fuck them. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. When they're killing us and gunning us down unarmed, they don't feel no type of way towards us. As a matter of fact, back in the day, they used to gather around and shit campfires while we were burning on logs. And we was a motherfucking log on a campfire. So I don't have no ill will. I don't have no feelings. Let's put it that way when it comes to these devils, whether they be young or old. You know what I'm saying? Get them while they're young and shit, because they're going to grow up to be older. So I just want y'all to understand, family, that these are some demons that we live amongst. I was watching a documentary in closing, right? I was watching a documentary the other day where they was talking about how in Australia, when these Europeans came over there to colonize, the British went to Australia to colonize, that particular region, how they was met with hostility from the Aboriginal, people of the land, the black people. So they first came there with their bullshit ass, stupid ass Christianity religion. And the Aboriginal wasn't going for it because, these people have their own customs. They're stuck in their ways. So the next thing they did, they try to, trick them and shit into selling their land or giving up their land, and they wasn't having it. So the final thing that they did, they actually went back to England and told the Queen that they met up on a bunch of savages, and the savages was attacking their women and children and raping their children. And of course, they use it as a guise to invade that particular region. And fast forward to 2018, these occupiers are over there now. You know what I'm saying? Dying out from the fucking heat. All praises be to the Most High for that as well. So I want you to understand that they are the savages. They like to deflect from who they really are. They call us monkeys, but they don't want to have the rhesus monkey DNA. You know what I'm saying? They call us savages, but they're the one that's going around the world destroying nations and shit, enslaving animals, enslaving mankind. They are the domestic terrorist family. They're the international terrorists. They're ISIS. They're the one that created ISIS. They are ISIS. They pretty much created that motherfucking ISIS as a boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? Everything that they do, ISIS did it. So I want y'all to understand these are some demons. Not only did I Not only in the documentary, right? They talked about how they was able to occupy that land. They was talking about when they got on the land, what they was doing to the Aboriginal people. They took their babies, family. Listen to this. Took their babies, buried them in the sand up to their necks, in the scorching fucking desert heat sand, up to their necks. And they had this game where it was like a competition. Who can kick the baby head off the body the furthest. This is where you get your soccer from. A lot of y'all don't even understand. This is why I don't fuck with the soccer, the football sport anymore, because now I know where it actually came from. These are some sadistic devils that we live amongst. So they used to bury the baby all the way in the ground in the scorching heat, scorching desert sand, right? And then they would literally kick the baby head off because they looked at us, looked at them actually as non-human. They categorize them as non-human. You know what I'm saying? Just like how today in the whatever the fuck they wrote, so they said we are 3/5 of human being. So I want y'all to understand these are some demonic entity that we live amongst, and we have to be very, very vigilant. This is why you see Trendsetter is so opposed, to race mixing. I believe in segregation. I believe we should have our own, own individual space, so to speak. I don't think we should be amalgamating with these devils. Let them stay with their kind, we stay with our kind. I really believe in segregation. That's one thing that the KKK have right. You know what I'm saying? They believe in preserving their race. I believe in preserving our race. So, family, I'm about to end this video by saying we need to give all praises to the Most High. Whenever you see one of these devils dropping, whether it be young or old, give all praises because the Most High is pouring out his judgment. He's eradicating the parasite that is on this planet. That's literally destroying his planet. Even the fucking animals are mourning. The planet is mourning because these creatures came out of nowhere. And again, it's not directed to all so-called white people because I know not all so-called white people are actually bad. But I'm talking about these demons, the non-humans. You know what I'm saying? All praises be to the Most High for bringing forth the judgment on their ass. And we need to really and truly be steadfast in continue serving the Most High, following the law, statutes, and commandments, because the Gentile destroyer is on its way. It is on its way. It's in the atmosphere, and this is why they're chemtrailing the shit out of the sky, because they're trying to block it out. But the Gentile destroyer is on its way, and 2/3 of you niggas is going to be destroyed along with him, because y'all are the collaborators. Y'all are the bedwenches, the coons, the sellouts. Y'all going to be destroyed along with him. But with that, family, I say all praise be to the Most High, and shalom.